carbs! So annoying. So annoying. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another video. Today, we're going to get under my skin with a why I quit keto video. So, basically, I'm really excited and nervous. I decided I was going to set myself up for failure this time with a keto video about why they quit. Because most of the time, these videos are definitely thumbnail clickbait, and they always do it wrong. But before we get into the video, like the channel, subscribe if you enjoy this video, if you enjoy this content, share it with somebody you know. Road to 10K. I'm on this, bro. TKR fam, I love you guys. Thank you so much for everything you do. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead. We're going to get into the video. Are you ready? Because I am ready. Let's get into the video. Here we go. Ads are running. Once the ads are done, I'm going to click play. Here. I'm trying not to have that weird silence. Okay, here we go.
So I wanted to chat about why I stopped doing keto. A lot of you guys have been asking me to follow up with that, and you're like, what's the update? If you didn't know, I did keto for about 8 weeks leading up to my wedding. That decision was driven by trying to lose the last 10 pounds before my wedding. I had a goal weight in mind and what I've been before. A long time ago, and I was just trying to get back to that. You know, heard about keto, I heard it all over the internet, everyone's been talking about it, and like I saw all these YouTubers doing it. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is obviously the answer. You know, I tried it for myself. I got the Carb Manager app, and I was like, 20 net carbs a day, let's do this.
Already, I don't like net carbs. Net carbs be throwing people off. They've eaten so much junk, and it just throws off their blood sugar, keeps their blood sugar acting all stupid, can't affect gut microbiome. Just, yeah, already. Everybody, why you get rid of net carbs? So annoying. So annoying. Also, quick weight loss. Okay, keto is not quick weight loss. Keto is a metabolic adaptation, okay? Your body is changing on a cellular level. People, stop trying to lose weight in 6 weeks. You're not a bodybuilder. If you're trying to lose weight for your wedding, start like 5 months before. That way you can reverse diet before the wedding happens. So you can just enjoy food and not worry about being extremely bloated from eating whatever the hell on the night. Like, plan this out. Why do you need to fit into a smaller size? Why? Does it make you feel better as a person? Is there a lack of self-acceptance? Questions like these are what I ask. I'm not saying she doesn't have self-acceptance. No. There's people with circumstances like hers that do it for the wrong reason. Remember, you watched my last video. Intent matters. Intent matters.
20 net carbs a day is no joke. I mean, your key foods are bacon, eggs, avocado, nuts, really high fat foods. And
what about spinach, cucumbers, radishes, turnips, Brussels sprouts, asparagus, cauliflower, broccoli, green beans, steak, red meat, turkey, fish, ghee, coconut oil. Why is it just bacon and eggs and avocado? I wouldn't like that diet. That would get old really fast.
And like 0 to like very little carbs is what you're eating all day. So I sustained that for about 8 weeks before my wedding. And I will say the positive parts about that first. I did hit my goal weight.
Keto is magical in some ways. It really is.
For that, I did lose the last bit that I was hoping to. I had an insane amount of mental clarity, which actually don't hear a lot of people talking about. The mental clarity part of it was actually kind of crazy. Like, I could think so clearly. I was very in touch with my thoughts.
Was very in touch with my thoughts. Yes, very true. Again, she's so right. A lot of people don't talk about the mental clarity. We've gotten much better as influencers in the space that we actually talk about the other benefits. Like, that's one of the reasons I do what I do, right? I'm here to talk about holistic health through the ketogenic lens as it relates to body dysmorphia, eating disorder, disordered views towards self and what's on your plate, because it all matters, right? Mental clarity, the stability mentally and emotionally that the ketogenic diet can give you is obnoxious. And a lot of people don't talk about that. We've gotten much better about talking about it in this space. But yeah, like 2 years ago when this video was made, very much so. It was very much just weight loss. And it still is. A lot of people do keto simply to lose weight. They don't think about all the other health benefits that keto brings. Being fat adapted, metabolizing healthy fats, eating a whole food diet, which keto, if you do it right, naturally makes you do. right? There's so many benefits outside of just losing weight.
It was actually really wild. That was probably one of the best parts about it. Just felt very focused, and I liked that a lot about it.
Agreed. I've been doing keto for 3 years. I did strict keto for a little under 3 years, and I will tell you that I can lose weight on carbs. I got shredded plenty of times. I've stayed shredded plenty of times without doing keto. But keto, the benefits of the mental clarity, the mood stability, the ability to help me overcome my bulimia, right? Like, those are the reasons I stay. It's because of what it brings outside of weight loss, which is so impactful and so powerful. If you're watching this and considering going keto, realize it's about much, much more than just calories.
And it was, I dropped that weight that I really wanted. I was like, whoa, this worked. But there were also some parts about keto for me that just...
Keto.
I didn't feel very natural. I mean, one being like, you know, having fruit would almost go against the keto diet. I mean,
not necessarily. So that's what people, again, one, it depends on how many carbs you're eating, right? Like if you're staying under 20, 30 total carbs and you want to have 5 or 6 strawberries because you're craving some cold, juicy fruit, or even watermelon. I think watermelon's only like 5 grams of carbs per cup. Dude, have your cup of watermelon. Don't be so crazy with it. Like, calm down, sensei, okay? Like, you can have some low-carb fruits. There are such things as low-carb fruits. Strawberries, blackberries, raspberries. Blueberries are balls of diabetes. Honeydew, cantaloupe, watermelon. There's like 8 fruits right there that you could have if you wanted to in moderation.
I mean, just to give you guys some context and just as an example, eating 1 banana in your day would kick you out of ketosis. Like, it's that strict.
So, eating 1 banana by itself without anything else, yeah, because it's like pure sugar, it's going to raise your blood sugar. It doesn't have a lot of fructose in it. You know, yeah, so I agree with that. But it's all in context, right? Like, if you had that 20 grams, if you took that banana and cut it into fourths, and then ate it with a buttload of like keto brick, right? I highly doubt that it would kick you out of ketosis, right? So everything's in context. Carbohydrates are in context. I'm not saying eat bananas. My point though is that, yeah, like it's restrictive, or not restrictive, but in terms of like what you're trying to do metabolically, especially at the beginning. Once you're fat adapted, there's a lot more give. But when you're trying to become metabolically flexible, context matters.
I think that started to make me feel a little like deprived in the sense that I didn't feel like I had a lot of freedom of choice.
Ah, we're getting to the truth. Mindset. Remember, restrictive versus empowered is completely in the head. It has nothing to do with the diet. When I'm eating a ketogenic diet, it's not that I can't have a banana. I choose not to because it lowers my ketones. It does lower my fat. It does focus more on carbohydrate uptake. If I eat just a banana by itself, I don't like that. I don't like the way it makes me feel. It makes me feel groggy. It makes me spike and crash with my energy. I don't like that. I choose not to eat it. Do you not eat things because you feel like you're told you can't, or do you choose not to? One of those is going to leave you feeling very deprived because you feel chained. The other one's going to make you feel empowered and in control.
In terms of food, which I'm sure a lot of people can argue, there's tons of recipes and like, yes, but I didn't feel like the things I love, the foods I really appreciate in life, really did not sit well with keto diet. So it was hard for me to not feel a little deprived. I felt satiated, but I did also feel deprived in terms of choice, going out to restaurants and things. Yes, you can make things keto, but it wasn't like, it's like if I'm gonna go out to eat and it's a treat, I don't wanna like have the same foods that I have at home and just, I don't know, I got a little tired of it.
Totally mindset. And nothing, listen, that's her mindset. And if that's the mindset she wants to have, that's fine. But realize that this is not the diet's fault. This is the headspace. This is all perspective. What she just said was perspective. Because I don't mind going and eating steak at home and steak at dinner. Out. To me, food is fuel that I enjoy. So 100% this is mindset. So when you watch this video and go, oh, wow, yeah, I feel, well, do you really feel that way? Or do you not mind? Like, right, like perspective. Perspective.
That was a big factor. Another one was the amount of hair loss I had. I noticed
not enough protein. she's probably doing the standard like 15% protein thing. And if she's in a caloric deficit, she's not eating enough protein, getting enough collagen, not eating enough calories, it's going to attack your thyroid. Yeah, hair loss. Not enough protein, or you're just not eating enough food in general.
In the shower, my hair was falling out, like really alarming amounts falling out when I put my hand through my hair and just looked down. But clearing out the drain, it was so much more frequent than I ever had before. That was actually freaking me out. And I know that's like a deficiency, since once you go really low carb, it's supposed to be a side effect. So you're supposed to start taking more magnesium and electrolytes to supplement it. And I don't know, it didn't feel natural to me to do that and to like go replenish it with this. So that
I will agree with something she just said. The diet that's best for you is the one that you have to supplement as little as possible. Now, mind you, if you're living a normal day-to-day life, you're going sitting on the couch, you're going to work, blah, 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 you're not like a super athlete, then you should be able to find a whole food ketogenic diet where you're eating enough shellfish, avocado, and red meats to where you're getting your potassium, you're getting your sodium, you're getting your magnesium, you're fine. You shouldn't need any supplements. Now, like the reason like I supplement is because I'm an endurance athlete. I train for marathons. That is far from natural in terms of the amount of work I do. So I have to. I live in a world where I can over consume different vitamins and minerals such as magnesium and electrolytes that I normally wouldn't be able to if I was born 1,000 years ago, which allows me to recover better because I'm able to resupply from a outside source other than my food because I'm doing something that's not necessarily considered natural. Right, it's very extreme in terms of training. Whereas like if I was just like lifting weights and just like doing keto, I would never take electrolyte powders. I wouldn't need them.
I never felt so energetic in my life. The flip side to that was that it completely affected my sleeping cycle. I wasn't sleeping at night.
Okay, this is gonna sound really controversial. If you have been keto for more than 3 months, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, and you are having problems sleeping, feel free, you heard it here first, feel free to add a small sweet potato to your dinner. You will sleep like a child. You're welcome.
I was staring at the ceiling. I felt like I could work out at 3 a.m., but it was so... It was really neat at first. I was working at night and just doing stuff, staying busy, but it just, again, didn't feel natural to not sleep. I love sleep. I wanted to sleep. It's like my mind wanted to, but my body wasn't going to let me.
So the reason for that is because when you become in a ketogenic state, at first your body's mimicking a fasted state, doesn't really realize that it's going to be using fat primarily as fuel source from a dietary perspective. It's more of, oh my God, I need to eat. And so you're up because you're trying to hunt. Your body's trying to hunt. It's ready to get food. It's fasted. It's focused. It takes it a couple. That's why fat adaptation takes longer than 2 months. It takes a while for your body to really start to calm down. The reason I said the sweet potato thing is because for some people, high ketones, which their body's really good at oxidizing fat, but not really good at uptaking ketones at first, that spike in blood sugar can bring the ketones down, which will help you sleep better. But you don't need much. You're talking like 20 grams of carbs. Nothing crazy. But something you can try. But yeah, really, if you want to, just wait it out and it will figure itself out.
And it was just weird. I almost felt like I was having an out-of-body experience because I'm not the type of person who never sleeps. I'm like a bear. I can sleep the night away and sleep in, and I wasn't doing that. So it just started to feel unnatural and different to where it kind of almost like freaked me out a little bit. It really gave me the short-term goal of what I wanted, which was to lose that last little bit of weight. And then I thought, okay, this is cool. Trying something different in my diet, but that's the thing. I think it felt too much like a diet and not a lifestyle.
Totally perspective. Mindset is everything, homies.
And again, I was in the headspace right before a wedding, so I was thinking about my wedding and wanting to look and feel my best, but
headspace.
Then I go on my honeymoon, and I was not going to be keto on my honeymoon. I mean, let's be real. If you guys haven't seen it, I did post a gaining weight on vacation video, which feel free to check out. I've just been really wanting to be open with you guys about all this stuff, but I will put it in the cards here that I enjoyed myself on vacation and there was no regrets about that. And
that's fine. See, that's great. That's an empowered decision. No regrets. I did what I did. But again, that comes down to it being a diet, not a lifestyle. Me and my wife went on our honeymoon for a week and a half, and I never went off keto. And I didn't have to think about it. It wasn't hard. It's not like I was like sifting, like trying to move around obstacles. I just didn't eat bread. I just didn't eat potatoes. Just didn't eat cake. It was, I had the sugar-free ice cream for dessert. Like, it was super easy to avoid carbs. Like, I was so flabbergasted when I went on that cruise, when I was eating. I was like, I cannot people actually find it hard to stay keto on cruises or on vacation. Because we went to islands, we went to Cozumel, no issues. And I was like, why do people make it way harder than it needs to be? And it's totally mindset.
And I am so much happier now, especially it's a lot of pressure going into a wedding, which maybe you guys can relate to, but like wanting to look and feel your best and putting that pressure of like looking a certain way. So I went on my honeymoon and I enjoyed it so much, and I definitely went on the opposite side of like extreme of like enjoying myself, which I don't think is, you know, good to do all the time, but if you're on vacation you're gonna do that. So I was kind of like, when I came home I was like, okay, I need a middle of the ground road of all this between the two. Like I can't, you know, I just need to figure out my happy place. Like what makes me feel good, what motivates me to go to the gym, I need to find this like sweet spot, which I feel like I have right now. So now what I'm doing is still tracking. I'm doing not a low carb, but I'm having carbs that are just like normal, like I would say like 150 grams a day. And it's just, I am satiated. I feel like I have freedom of choice, like I'm eating fruit again. I do those things and I don't feel bad, and I feel like I need the carbs too, because I do a lot of high intensity workout at Orange Theory.
Okay, so a couple things. If that's where she feels happy, that's fine. You need to figure out where you're gonna feel happy, what's sustainable. I think she's right on the money with that. Now, do you need 150 grams of carbs for high intensity? No. I do high intensity crap. I ran 18 miles the other week. And I think that day I ate 60 grams of carbs total, and 35 of that was during the run. So that stuff just evaporated while I was running. So yeah, I definitely don't think you need that many carbs. I don't think that's justifiable. But I'm glad that she found something that lets her feel food freedom. That's good.
Theory, and like it just nourishes me and like fuels me for my workouts, and I love it. And if you guys are having trouble, you know, losing weight, and you're lowering your calories but you're confused on why you're not losing weight, track your macros. Like that's a huge thing. And so I've been doing that and just doing like a general like low carb, but nothing like 20 net carbs. That's like, it's just so hard, guys. Like it was just so hard for me. It might come naturally for you if you don't crave bread or anything like that. Like I love bread. I'm not going as far as keto. It's so hard, and the side effects started to freak me out and just not feel natural. So you have to do what feels right for you, and maybe what your doctor recommends. Could work for some people, could be working for you if you're watching. So don't take this as like a criticism on, you know, keto. It just personally did not sit well with me. And then also just, I felt like I was depriving myself, and I didn't like that it did feel like a diet for me and not a lifestyle. I think when you make that recognition for yourself of what's a diet versus what's sustainable for you and your lifestyle, and I'm not saying going and eating a cheeseburger every day is like, should be the lifestyle, but I mean finding just that like guilt-free, happy, working hard, motivated, like that sweet spot. It's really just finding that sweet spot, which I feel like I'm in right now. And I'm just like feel happier than ever in my skin, and I want that for you guys too, whether that is doing keto as a lifestyle or not doing keto as a lifestyle. I just wanted to be honest with you guys about it. If you guys have any questions about keto and my experience, again, I'm not a health expert. I just wanted to share my personal journey with it with you guys. So yeah, because I know it's all over the place on YouTube, and that's kind of how I found it, and like, you know, was curious about it. So if you have any questions at all, just let me know in the comments.
All right, so that was Why I Quit Keto by Claire Ashley. So all in all, I liked the video. I think that there are some things from what she said that I feel she didn't necessarily maybe have all the food groups that could have helped her make it a more sustainable diet for herself. I think that back then there was a lot of cookie cutter answers about what keto was, and I think now we have a better understanding of the metabolic functions. So I think maybe if she would have tried it now and gotten the right information, she might have found a way more sustainable way to handle it. I will say I do agree that finding a happy medium where you feel comfortable with what you're eating, you feel food freedom is so totally important. But I think one thing is it's more not about the food and more about your headspace, right? And again, it might be right. Like she might really, really, really need bananas. I don't think anybody needs bananas that bad. I really don't give a flip about eating bananas. But some people might. And they rightly care. And if you need to find a way to get a banana into your diet, and you should be able to do that. And you should still be able to do that in a ketogenic way. Like she could have done targeted keto. There's so many different options about being able to make a ketogenic lifestyle like your foundation. But I do agree with her about finding food freedom. I love the video. She was very open and honest about what she tried, what didn't work, what did work. And I do like the points that she made towards the end. So, all right, guys, that's it for this video. If you want me to react to another video, put it in the link in the description below. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great day. Till next time.